Peace and blessings to you. And as we go into the fire months, I just wanted to speak on the subject of all this hating and all this old nonsense that they got going around. You should be watching this. It should be about like after April 1st when this one dropped. But anyway, don't be no fool to these people and they nonsense, beloved. Please, man, as I'm holding this thing in my hand this morning, man, I'm watching this nonsense going down, man. It's going to backfire. A lot of nonsense is going to backfire, man. Let me get down to it. Now, you got a lot of people running around here talking about this hate, that hate, this hate, that hate. Let me say this to my beloved brothers and sisters out there, man. Hate been around since the earth been born. Hate has been around since the earth been born. One germ didn't like another germ, and that's how this whole thing got started. Okay, you are millions and billions and trillions of made up germs walking around. You are a damn germ. That's number one. Number two, this is one message I want all these people fronting and posing on black people. This, I don't know why y'all don't seem to understand. This is about black people. It's always been about black people from day damn one. It's about black people. Now, let's get down to the current situation right now, okay? Your DNA and RNA is at stake. If I'm the original man and you're the original woman of the planet Earth, then you know what's at stake, okay? You know what's at stake. I said that you can go check my videos a long time ago. Thermonuclear and bio warfare on the body. Especially the woman's body, the black woman's body, man. They keep bringing up the name. We just went out on Women's History Month. I heard 3 or 4 people bring up the name Henrietta Lacks. I said the name Henrietta Lacks. The person whose body has furthered all you see that's going on right now with all this biological, chemical, and thermal nonsense. That black woman's DNA cells and all that, like the lady said, is in every lab across the world. One black woman. It's deep. And she died eons ago, and they still using her tissue and sample nonsense to this very day. It is true, beloved. What's at stake here is DNA and RNA. Into the future, beloved. Now, let's get down to the thing about this hate nonsense that they using to prop up their nonsense that's going to play black people. See, and black people ain't even understanding it. See, all these laws and stuff that they're putting on the books. See, you thinking it's about Asian hate and all that? The thing says hate. Hate crime. Hate assault, verbal threats. See, all that's going to work against black people, but we think it's an all-inclusive thing. See, we keep making the same mistake over and over and over, and then understanding, oh, this, that, and the third. Or as they say, what is insanity? You keep doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result and asking yourself why. That's called insanity, beloved. Every time we try to equate pain with pain, pain is pain. See, you'll see that on my page where it says pain is pain. How are you going to equate pain with pain? So if one person jumps up and say my pain is greater than your pain, or I'm being done a certain kind of way, you got to look at it totality and say, listen, that's the whole human race. Everybody's in pain. You think your pain is more separate than anybody's pain because somebody shined a flashlight on it? We know black people are the original people of the planet Earth. That's number one that they don't want to come to realization with. So everybody that's running around talking about hate, 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 don't even come my way with that nonsense. You've been hating on people with burnt skin all your life. I don't care what they look like. People with burnt skin hate on burnt people. And you know why that is? And you know why that is? They're going to call it black on black crime. It's called hate. Since the dawn of time. Like I said, germs hate one other germ, and they listen. This is like what I said. If you are fooled by these people nonsense, they put all this stuff in place, and then it works against black people. You watch. Now, as sure as they put all this stuff in place with all this hate nonsense and all that, as this thing linger on, the summer rolls out, you're going to see more and more and more black people being affected by that. And then you're going to have one people of a certain culture and a certain background claiming everything under the sun. How many times have we seen this? You don't remember? You don't remember when it was back in the day when all this nonsense was on? And they'll say it to you and tell you, but they ain't going to tell you the real story of it all, okay? They're not going to tell you if they say, oh, you just trying to lump all of us in one. No. You got to know the history. The first samurai was a black man. You see that? The first samurai, and now we're going to talk two different culture lines, because see, they'll try to catch you up on that nonsense too. We're talking Japanese culture now. First samurai was a black man. Now you want to talk Chinese kung fu? That's martial arts created by a black person. And their whole culture, Asian culture, Chinese culture, all that is mimic culture of a time passing what you call Africa. Go look at their culture, everything. It's black. But see, as I said, they've been brainwashed too. When the so-called European came to Asia, and with the opium trade and Marco Polo and all these people, it wasn't hate. It wasn't hate then. It wasn't hate then. So they equate more with European lifestyle of colonialism than they do anything else. They don't equate back to the custom. They hold on to these European customs more than they do the African culture. And all you gotta do is go over there and see it. You won't see nothing resembling our culture put up, but you have to know the history, because they'll put it up and then you gotta know what the history is, beloved. They're not gonna just tell it to you. You gotta know the history. All right, so that's number one. And let me say that, because when they start running around here, jumping around, talking all this nonsense, like I said, you seem to forgot before all this nonsense happened. You go in there and ask these people, can you get a job in there? You couldn't get a job in there. You go in there and ask them a question. They say, listen, order your stuff and get out. You go in one of them nail places and tell them something about a product, what they call the police on you. Did you forget all that stuff? And you still deem them my brothers and sisters. We still let them survive and thrive in our community, because they up in there now owning up everything and all the nonsense around you. It wasn't no, they came here and prosper, whatever. We see them as brothers and sisters. And what did they do? Like I said, keep doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result. You know what it's called? It's insanity. Every last time, every culture other than ours that they so-called bring through, and they have this nonsense going on, what do? They turn against black people. I don't have to make it up. Go back to any one of these so-called cultures and you'll see them having a clash with black people every time. Why? Because they want to deny the fact that they're not black. They want to be other than. They want to be the colonized, go on to get along, anchor baby and usurpers. Now everybody and mama talking about they know their rights over black people. And we going along with this nonsense, standing there chanting with them. And we wasn't chanting with them back in civil rights days. We wasn't chanting back then. We wasn't chanting back then when we was building the railroad for this country. We wasn't chanting back then. We wasn't chanting, like I said, if you know the history about the first black samurai back in the day, we wasn't chanting back then, helping people, liberating people and all this nonsense. And what happened down the road? You know what happened down the road. They got far away from the culture of anything, of dealing with where they got anything from. And we gave the world culture. So, as I said one more time, pain is pain, and we ain't going to have nobody trying to exude their pain over our pain. Your pain is not greater than my pain. I don't care who you are. And where I see an injustice for one is an injustice for all. So stop the nonsense, beloved, okay? First things first. Before I was made black, I was made human. And that means I have humanity, okay? And as I said, as violence and all this nonsense permeate through the earth, people get their karma back. I don't know why people going around doing nonsense to other people. But you guarantee you, when people have stuff happen to them, they always ask themselves one question, and it is the pertinent question to karma. What did I do to deserve this? You're going to have to go down your karma roll and figure it out. Things don't just happen to you by happenstance. It's karma. And as I said, you might not be the person, but you might be in the presence of somebody else's karma, and it comes back to you. And you got to go down your karma roll and say, what did I do to deserve this? And if you come down your karma roll and say, I didn't nothing, I didn't do nothing, then you know what's going to happen. Just what you see on the news, police, media, all this nonsense. And some people don't even get that, because they just ball up in their hole and accept their karma and say, yeah, I did a lot of nonsense in my life, so it's so privileged that some nonsense come back to me. That's karma. So with that said, not being particular or in particular about anybody's situation, like I said, we getting ready to go into the fire months. And the same thing that brings you joy will bring you pain. So you sit around here protesting, running around here with these people and they nonsense. And when they flip out on you and turn their back on you, because like I said, black people has 400 years of insanity. I can't make it no simple. We have 400 years of insanity. We done believed and heard every story under the sun, and we still do the same thing over and over. The go along to get along thing, and then people flip out on us or turn their back on us, and then invoke all this nonsense, and it be working against us every time. We vote for our best interest, and we vote for the worst of our best interest, and it's crazy. How you gonna let somebody else rain on the parade that you started? Hey, I started this parade. How you gonna rain on my parade? You can join the parade. You can march in the parade. You can be, and the parade is going to go for it because you've seen the parade. It's all colors, all. Listen, man, it's a bunch of nonsense with these people and their greed. I'm gonna make it real simple for you. This is corporate America, corporate greed, and corporate takeover of people's lives. And if you don't understand that, you'll get caught up in it. Your life is only good as these people want to until they can't use no more. Once they can't use you and your body no more, they throw you to the side and get some new bodies up in here to do what they will is. So with that being said, don't come at people with that nonsense, beloved. Come at them with the real. Say what's on your mind. Nobody pain is greater than your pain. Pain is pain, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's situation comes before yours because we're all human, beloved. There's one race, the human race. See, that's what they keep missing. Their culture, their language, their this, their that. Yeah, that's all black culture that you're trying to judge up to make it someone up, and then you're coming up with us with this nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? You come up with this nonsense. We're not no one race of people. We are the world. May he rest in peace. We are the world. We are the children. You know the song, but I'm going to leave it at that, like I said. Enjoy the fire month. Stay safe and secure out there. These vaccinated, unvaccinated people, all these different things running around out here, man, it's all out up to you, beloved. Either you can put your guard down and believe this nonsense that these people telling you, or you can use universal health precautions and stay around those who you know is not infected. Those who know got some darn hygiene and some goddamn morals and some sense to know don't be out here doing all type of crazy stuff because it can cost you your life now. So with that said, like I said, enjoy the summer months, man. It ain't all doom and gloom, beloved. I just give it to you raw and straight up, man. All right? Raw and straight up. Right? Don't let them rock you back to sleep. It's where it is, all right? If they not trying to help you in your situation or further you in your situation, then you know what to do. You have the right to walk away from it. They can't tell you can't walk away from it. Listen, I don't feel comfortable. I can walk away from this and come back at another time. And if they don't allow you to do that, you know what that's called. It's called pressure. They're trying to press you into something that you don't want to be a part of. But, as I said, to each his own, and if you need to protect you and yours, you do what you feel you need to do, all right? Other than that, 1, I'm out. 2, I love you. 3, there's nothing you can do about it, all right? Enjoy life. It's real short, man.